Almighty Triple XL coming to you live and direct from MacCity.com.
You ain't no pimp. Your rest is involved.
Check 1, 2. Big Mike, the Fat Maxter, the almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct from Mac City Limits Radio Show, MacCity.com, EmpowerStrategy.com. Been trying to get a hold of my player partner, man, Tony Maceo, but he has not yet returned my text message, man. A couple days ago, we were supposed to do a collaboration, man. Do a show on the tricking, man, because once again, we have been decades ahead of the movement, decades ahead of the curve, and we need to get on and basically clarify that, let folks know who was the spearhead of this movement. But Tony, he neglected to call me, man, to do the show, man. So I don't know what's going on with my partner, man. You know, he's probably bogged down in some shit with his chess club, man. So sorry, fellas, you're gonna have to wait. Tony will be back soon as he gets whatever is going on in his life ironed out, bro. So it's a solo joint. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna start by answering some questions here. Let me see what's first and foremost on this joint, man. Just gonna be answering some questions that I have neglected to answer through the years. Let me see here. Big Mike, why you sound so retarded? Oh, hell, man. I guess this is where cats is talking about my buckwheat syndrome, bro. Where I'll be talking and in midstream I'll forget words or I'll slur words or, you know what I mean, just very bad speech skills. I didn't always speak this way, man. But if you are a follower of the show, you'll know that I've expressed that in my family we have a big problem with dementia and genius. There's a lot of genius and dementia in my family, a lot of brain disorders, man. And well, that's what appears to be happening to me, man, early on, bro. I'm having a lot of weird shit happening. I'm having time displacements, man. I'm losing time. You know what I mean? As far as my memory is concerned, man, I'll put shit places where it shouldn't be. Like the other day, I had this full, this pound of ham. You know what I mean? That, shit, man. Of course, I had it in the refrigerator, but when I took it out to make the omelet, I didn't put it back in the refrigerator. I put it back up in the cabinet right above the stove. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I don't remember putting it there, but when I looked into the refrigerator to basically get that pound of ham again, guess what? It was gone. And this feeds into my paranoia, right? Because sometimes I have females over. And, you know, I be thinking the broads be stealing shit out my goddamn kitchen, man. You know what I mean? Like, did that bitch steal this whole goddamn, all these slices of ham? You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I got issues, man. I got problems, bro, as far as, you know, yeah, my mouthpiece is no longer crisp, man. It's not crisp. And so what I've been trying to do to alleviate that, bruh, you know, I'm trying to speak more slowly and more deliberately. You know what I mean? Not trying to talk so fast, because the faster I try and talk, the more I interject swearing, and the more I slur the words, and the more I trip up on words and I forget words. You know what I mean? So, fellas, you're going to have to bear with me. You know, this is a generational curse I'm dealing with. Not to mention, it may be brought on by for a good 3 or 4 years. I was heavily into the boxing scene, man, and heavily into MMA. So, you know, could be some blunt force trauma worked in there. You know what I mean? Some head blows, some concussions. You know what I mean? I don't know, y'all. Just bear with me, man. Try and be merciful upon me, bro. You know what I mean? Be merciful. Okay, what we got next on the agenda? Let's see here. Big Mike, what do you consider yourself? Pookie and Ray Ray or educated lame? This is a very interesting question. Very interesting because, you know, like I say, it's really subjective. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's not really what I consider myself. It's what others really consider me to be. If you listen to some cats on YouTube, the majority of the people on YouTube, I find it interesting, they consider me a Pookie and a Ray Ray. I guess it's because of the lifestyle that I lead. I guess it's because of the way that I speak for the most part. It has a lot of urban inflections. So people automatically assume that, you know, my slant would be Pookie and Ray Ray. But in my real life, especially when I'm dealing with females, see, my thing is, it really doesn't matter what a nigga think. You know, it's all predicated upon the broad. You know what I mean? And broads don't really see me as a Pookie or Ray Ray. They actually see me as an educated lame. You know what I mean? But you know how we do at Mac City, man. We shun all thought matrices, man. We don't really get two shits about the labels, man. What we do care about is results. What do you want to happen? You know, what do you wish to attain? And have you attained it? Now, whatever means you have used to attain it, you know, that's on you. Can you look yourself in the mirror when you wake up in the morning, man? Are you good with that? Are you happy with who you are and what you see? You know what I mean? But let me see here. People are asking me, what do I consider myself? No, I am not a Pookie or a Ray Ray. I'm not. Even though I was raised in the hood and raised around criminal elements, really, like I told y'all, if you are a follower of the show, through my formative years, man, early on, from ages maybe like 5 to like 11 or 12, I was raised in the suburbs with mostly white folks, man. So, that whiteness shines forth every now and then, man. Some would consider the way that I live, you know, they would say that I have white values. You know what I mean? I shun nigga shit for the most part, bro. You know what I mean? Not really gonna get into all that because I would make this show a little bit longer than expected, man. I can go on and on with the shit that niggas do that I don't indulge in. That'll be for another show, man. But no, I wouldn't consider myself no Pookie and Ray Ray. And the females that I fuck with, they would concur with that. You know, Big Mike's a lame. He likes to do lame shit, especially now. There was a period of time, man, where I mean, I was freely indulging in the nigga shit and I relished in it. And it wasn't just to get with the bitches, man. You know, it would seem that the more testosterone I had, the more nigga shit I was getting involved in, man. But so since I've slowed down and I no longer really wish to run the streets, man, I'm in full lame mode. I no longer feel the need to do the things that most black folk consider cool. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think maybe you could say that I had pockets of Pookie and Ray Ray ism in my life. You know what I mean? Maybe from 2003 to 2011 and 12, I was in Pookie and Ray Ray mode. Because that's when I had the most bitches. Because that's when I was out there spitting the hardest. And that's when I was campaigning the hardest, man, to get at these bitches, man. And put their ass to work. And it was working, boy. I couldn't get rid of them, boy. They loved Big Mike back then. So I guess that was the height of the Pookie and Ray Ray spirit that I had within me. But if I had to say the core of who I am, it would be, yes, I would be a lame. Okay. Let's talk about some of this ADOS shit. ADOS. Cats have been wondering why we haven't followed up on the ADOS situation. Like our ADOS videos. And it's real simple, bruh. This ADOS shit, man, I was really flabbergasted, man. Like when we put that video up, the first video about the ADOS, what was the video called? Damn, man. Whatever it's called, I can't remember what it's called, man. Once again, I got that buckwheat, man. Y'all gonna have to look at it. It's gonna be in the description box. Yeah, the very first ADOS video we did, and I look at the comments section, bruh, and it's just pussy ass niggas all through the comments section, dog. It's like, man, you know. And so when cats they asking me, you know, when you gonna do another one? I'm like, for what, man? These goddamn Nimrods, man, they didn't comprehend or overstand the first one. So then we did a second one, and they kind of ignored that one. And I don't really see the point of having a third one, man. See, this is what gets me about the first video that me and Tony did, man. All we did was, you know, spit facts, man. Do some actual factual shit. And these niggas couldn't take it, man. These are supposed to be men in the comments section, right? And once again, this goes to us talking about how the black community is a matriarchal mess. And it shows in this comment section, because all these niggas did was call us coons, or me for the most part. They was really upset with what I said, man. Coon this, he's a coon, he's a coon. You know, not really saying why I'm a coon. Well, no, I take that back. They did say why they found me coonish. And it was probably best that they didn't try and say why they called me a coon, because this really made them look extra special, stupid and shit. The reason why they called me a coon, right, because they didn't like what I said about the economics of reparations. I said that if black folks did get reparations, they just fuck it off, and they go spend it with other people. They go spend it with the Asians and the Caucasians and the Jews. And for some reason, I don't know why, this made me a coon, even though your most hardcore pro-black luminaries all agree with this shit. You know, right? I didn't say we didn't deserve reparations. I merely said I don't know why the powers that be don't give us reparations, because niggas ain't gonna do shit but fuck it off. So these niggas got mad at the fact that I said niggas is gonna fuck it off, and everybody knows we gonna fuck it off, man. Everybody knows we gonna fuck it off. Everybody who has done their homework, who has a modicum of intelligence about the economics of black America, knows that the black dollar doesn't stay in the black community. I don't know what they say. It doesn't rotate more than once or twice in the black community, man, before it's up out of here. And it's up serving the purposes of non-blacks. It doesn't stay in the black community. You niggas spend it everywhere else but with black folks. And this is why these idiot ass niggas in this comment section is all offended and mad, and their feelings is hurt. You know what I mean? Hey, look, you can't fix stupid, man. You just can't do it. So when niggas is asking me shit like, how come you won't do another ADOS video? I'm like, For what, nigga? For what? For what? For what? I mean, everything that needed to be said was said. And then when you go ahead and you hit the niggas with that real spit, that actual factual, these idiot ass niggas, they just resort to name calling. You a coon. You a coon. You a good, Idiocracy is here, my nigga. Idiocracy is here. All right? Shit. You gonna call me a coon for something that's a known fact. And not only is it a known fact, but the very people who many of these niggas claim that they respect so much, be black Pan-Africans and pro-black luminaries that, writing about the evils of white America or white Anglo-Saxons or white imperialism. I mean, these are things that are elementary to the pro-black talking points, man. Ooh, yeah, man. Y'all gotta go through that goddamn comment section and read how hostile these fags are, man. And also understand, man, when I say fags, man, I mean it in the best way possible. I mean it in the kindest way I can. It's not really meant to be derogatory. It's actually a play on the movie Idiocracy. If anyone has seen the movie, when individuals are coming to you and they're having a rational, reasonable conversation, and they're actually making good headway and they're actually spitting facts, the other individual on the other receiving end of this conversation typically can't comprehend what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because you're making sense, but yet and still their IQs are so low they just can't comprehend what you're saying. So this is my play on Idiocracy, because when the person on the opposite end has no rebuttal, they have no comeback, they can't refute the common sense approach that you're hitting them with, they just automatically insult you and call you a fag. Okay? Yeah, that's what they do. Same way that these niggas right here in the comment section of the ADOS movement joint, for the most part, they didn't really refute what was being said. All they did was call me a coon because they couldn't refute what was actually being said, you dig? So when I turn around and I call them a fag, man, that's kind of like hee ha ha jokes. It's kind of like my take on Idiocracy when I'm talking to them. They're calling me a coon, I'm calling them a fag. It's just name calling, and that's pretty much all you can really do with these types of niggas, man, because it really doesn't serve any purpose to actually try and raise their vibration, you dig? So it is what it is, Jack. All right now, so let's see here. We've covered why I talk so retarded, and let me see, am I Pookie, Ray Ray, or lame? Let's see, the ADOS video backlash, covered that. All right, let's get into a little bit of game. Here. Let's talk about how game is relative. Game is relative. A few cats actually really talk about this for the most part, but allow me to just give y'all a little tip, put a bug in your ear about the relativity of game. If you would like to listen to the rest of this podcast, please direct yourself to my Patreon, www.patreon.com/MaxCityLimits. Once again, www.patreon.com/MaxCityLimits, or look into the description box and in the comment section for the link. This is where you will find past classic shows with me and Tony Maceo, and as well some new programs that have not been put out to the general public on YouTube. So once again, if you would like to listen to the rest of this podcast, please become a patron for the full show, as well as past classics and new productions as well.